There are moments in life when we stand at a crossroads. We face important decisions about our job, our family, our future, and we want to make the right choice. Many people try to gather as much information as they can. They ask others for advice, look at the facts, think through the pros and cons. That's wise. But sometimes, even with all the information, we still feel unsure. What if there's a better way? What if we could get help from someone who sees the whole picture, past, present, and future? In the Bible, there was a man named David. He was a great king and a brave warrior. But what made him truly wise was not just his skill or courage. It was that before making big decisions, he would ask God. He didn't just rely on his own thoughts or what others said. He prayed. He listened. He trusted that God would lead him. One day, David's enemies, the Philistines, came to attack him again. It wasn't the first time. You might think he would just use the same plan that worked before. But David didn't do that. He went to God in prayer and asked, "What should I do?" And God gave him a new strategy. He told David to wait until he heard the sound of marching in the tops of the trees. That strange sign would mean God was going ahead of him. And when David heard that sound, he followed, and he won the battle. David didn't trust in himself. He trusted in God's guidance. And that made all the difference. When we look at the life of Jesus, we see the same pattern. Jesus didn't do anything on his own. He always listened to his Father in heaven. He prayed often. He obeyed God's voice completely. Even when it meant going to the cross and suffering for others, Jesus followed God's will. And through that obedience, he won the greatest victory. He opened the way for us to be forgiven and have a new life. Jesus was obedient to the point of death on a cross. And through that, God lifted him up and gave him the name above every name. Because of Jesus' obedience, we can have hope and freedom today. Now in today's world, many people say we should make our own choices, follow our own hearts and do what feels right. But sometimes our own way leads to more stress, confusion, or pain. True freedom doesn't come from doing whatever we want. It comes from trusting the one who knows us best and loves us most, God. When we face big decisions about our relationships, our career, or our future, it's okay to ask for advice and gather information. But don't stop there. Take time to pray. Read the Bible. Ask God to guide you. Talk to people who walk with God and can give you wise counsel. You may not hear the sound of marching in the trees, but God will lead you through his peace, his word, and the gentle voice in your heart. So today, let's learn from David and from Jesus. Don't rush ahead. Don't rely only on your own thoughts. Ask God. Wait for his answer. And when he shows you the way, follow with faith. That's the path to real victory, peace, and joy.